Thanks, Tim. It's a really competitive race, this one, and the three of us are doubtful of the favourite here, number 2, Super Freaky. We're willing to take her on, and these blokes have landed on the yellow in retaliation. Why is that, Nath?
A Jason Thompson factor at Sandown, looking like he wants 500 metres. I can believe in him. I can see his racing pattern will suit this track and this distance. So there's a few question marks on some of his rivals. So I settled with him on top. 4 Crack On in for second ground with plenty of ability. 2 Super Freaky in for third. But geez, it's a wide open race.
Yeah, we're banking on number 4, Crack On, probably beginning well here and giving retaliation that added bonus card across early in this event, because we're all against Super Freaky. I'd just much rather be a bookie than a punter here. I just find she makes too many mistakes in her races. So I'm with number 5, Retaliation. Mr. Mocko has drifted out to a fantastic price here, $17. Just be prepared. He's probably going to miss the start, but in harness racing terms, he might get that last crack at him there up along the rail if there's any trouble up in front with Super Freaky and Crack On. 5, 4, 3 and 1, my numbers, Jace.
So a little bit of support here for Super Freaky, 240 and the 220 late, with the main mover in the last few minutes being number 4, Crack On. But the boys are with the yellow here in retaliation. Let's get upstairs to Dan for the third on Sandown Cup night.
Sky made a little bit of ground on him at the finish, and the extra step up in trip will probably suit him again here tonight. They are the top 2, the 2 and the 5 for race number 3. This is the 10K spin of the wheel tonight, grade 5. They're ready to race 3, Sandown Park. Racing, Super Freaky jumped well, got clear air. Carving across was Poor Drogo, gets a length in front, has got to get across into the corner. Super Freaky's pushing hard, will drive through and keep the rail. Mr. Mocko got through, trying to squeeze through Parumba Jazzman with Poor Drogo going back there. Poor Otis, well back Retaliation with plenty to do, and Parumba Jazzman checked in the rear. It is Super Freaky, 2 in front of Mr. Mocko. They're well clear, then on Crack On, but Super Freaky, 4 lengths on Mr. Mocko. Poor Otis third, 4th in Crack On, and then came Retaliation. Clear on Parumba Jazzman and Poor Drogo. Time is 29 and 44. Super Freaky. Super Freaky has won, beats Mr. Mocko and Poor Otis. 2, 3, and third home.
One, Dr. Razura was going to be the door opening that Super Freaky may have needed to produce her finest work, boys. There was a bit of hold your breath if you were a supporter of her, with Poor Drogo getting across the field, but in the end, as soon as she had it her own way, which was absolutely important down the back straight, she was always going to be hard to run down.
Yeah, that was the key. I think having no runner underneath, we've seen on the replay that we showed from last week, all it wanted to do was get down to the fence, and you know, we most probably mapped the red to somewhat be there, but not there tonight, being a late scratch, and gave her that clear running over to the rail. And from there, that was the key to the race. So no doubt the ability was there. She just needs the race on her own terms, and was able to get that tonight when she was able to punch through. No surprise to see her run 18.9 up the back. Most probably think she can run a little bit quicker, but ran through the line. Once she found the top and got in control and nothing around her, it was curtains. But it's always hold your breath stuff with Super Freaky. The ability's there, but the mindset sometimes isn't.
All right, looks like we've got the previous race there in the head-on box, so scrap that. But Duck, Super Freaky, I mean, it was the danger, wasn't it, that she get the clear air of what she did without the pressure?
Yes.
And that's, I'm sure, what Brad Greeno wanted to see.
Because we were against her, it was the one thing we didn't want to see was a soft lead.
Probably the only thing that was going to happen.
Yeah, it was probably a case of Crack On and a Retaliation making too many mistakes early. Poor Drogo probably caused a bit of carnage coming across, created that flow-on effect of some of these dogs just getting too far back, and leaders win these greyhound races. Super Freaky probably showed a little bit more heart tonight, I thought, and taking that gap underneath the 6, Poor Drogo. So credit to Brad Greeno there, does a great job with his boutique kennel there. Brilliant job, Super Freaky. That's what she can do. We want to see more of it. In this instance, we've got it wrong, Nath. But taking her on at 220, 230, I'm not going to, we're not going to lose any sleep over it. But she was far too good tonight, and that was the best of her. And it was great to see, because early in her career, she had some really freakish performances for a young greyhound, and now she's sort of starting. Maybe just needed that couple of runs, almost in horse racing speak, just a couple of runs back at the track, get back to the familiarity of the kennels and add in the Greeno factor, and she ticks a lot of boxes.
Yeah, well, there was no doubting the ability of the greyhound was the best in the race. It was just a matter if you could trust her, and that late scratching was so beneficial. Like we seen last week, all she wanted to do was get to the paint. Now, there was no dog there in her way tonight, so she was able to get there. Poor Drogo come across, but he didn't take her path and left that rail. And she's done all her racing here. This is her home deck, so she was always going to rail through it and hold her spot. And once she hold her spot, the way she gets home and the ability that she has, they weren't going to pick her up. It was a matter of the first 100 metres, something getting across her and putting her in traffic. And once they weren't able to do that, it was game, set, match pretty early. So no surprise to see her win, but a greyhound when she always goes up, and she drifted out to the 230 as well, Mick. When she goes up odds on every week, we kind of look for value around her, because she does do things wrong and she needs some clear air and she needs things her own way to produce her best. But tonight she was able to get that, albeit with the benefit of the late scratching, but nonetheless you take the opportunity when they arise, and Super Freaky was able to do that.
Well, you hit the nail on the head there. If she was $9, $10, $11, we would want to be on it.
Yep.
But just that she consistently opens up at these red odds, $2.20. Brad Greeno now is with Jace. Jace, take it away.
Thanks, Doug. This girl here, Super Freaky, she's had her doubters and I've been one of them. So for you, it must be refreshing and encouraging to see her do what she did tonight.
It is, Jace. Look, she's had a little bit of hard luck, this poor girl, coming on season and splitting her webbing. But look, it's nice to see her back on the board, really. I think your words were that she lacks a little bit of confidence or a little bit of guts in these races. And look, I probably did agree, to be honest with you. But no, she's coming along nicely, mate, and she went well tonight, which was good.
Is your gut feel we're going to see more of this from her?
I would have thought so. I mean, look, if she draws inside and she gets a clear run, I think it's the same for a lot of dogs. But I hope so. I really do.
Good job, mate.
Thanks, buddy. Cheers.
There we go, guys. Always difficult with a greyhound. There's so much ability, who's had the issues of which she has had, and the doubters. All three of us are one of those. But congratulations to her, and Brad Greeno have picked up another city win on Sandown Cup.
No surprise, is it, Mick, to see the Greenos with city winners here at Sandown? It's their bread and butter, and really good by Brad to almost acknowledge, people knock her, and I do agree, and sometimes she can come out and, it's a hard task, We give our opinion and we don't give it on a personal basis. It's nothing against, the trainer or the dogs. We call it as we see it, and